Tonight we report on multiple injuries after a man reportedly drives through the Gorge Amphitheater campground and thousands of people pack the Moses Lake Spring Festival. What's happening in sports, Bob?
Thanks, Alan. Moses Lake and Warden softball finds success at districts, but the Chiefs and Cougars baseball team go one and done at state. Here's a peek at our Weather Center forecast.
Good to be with you, everybody. A chance of showers and thunderstorms across the region, improving considerably, and very warm temperatures on the way. All the details in a few moments.
I'm Alan Troop, and we have all this and much more on iFiber One News.
From the iFiber One HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFiber One News, your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFiber One News, and it starts now.
Tanner Drayton Williams allegedly struck at least 3 people on Saturday morning at the Gorge Amphitheater. Drayton Williams, a 19-year-old Woodland Hills, California man, reportedly drove over several tents and struck parked vehicles and pedestrians at the Gorge campground during the Sasquatch Music Festival. The sheriff's office did not indicate how Drayton Williams was stopped or what substance they suspect he used before driving. According to the Grant County Sheriff's Office spokesman Kyle Foreman, Drayton Williams was treated for injuries at Quincy Valley Medical Center before being booked into Grant County Jail on 4 counts of assault in the 2nd degree. 3 people struck by his car were taken to Quincy Valley Medical Center. 2 were treated and released. A 3rd victim was taken to Confluence Health Central Washington Hospital in Wenatchee for multiple broken bones and internal injuries. Fallen veterans from throughout Grant County were remembered on Memorial Day. Reporter Jeff Chu stopped by a ceremony at the Ephrata Cemetery and has the details.
Veterans dating back to the Civil War were remembered last weekend at Ephrata Cemetery. There, children with St. Rose of Lima School and Boy Scout Troop 42 helped American Legion Post and Unit 28 place flags and crosses at the graves of veterans. The crosses were made by St. Rose of Lima students over the past 3 years who know exactly why they are doing it.
To support other veterans who have died in the war.
Annie Rapp, American Legion Post Unit 28 president, talked about the Legion's project to honor veterans on Memorial Day weekend.
It's nice now to have the kids who have done the crosses. I think it adds an extra special touch to the cemetery.
Rapp said the Ephrata Art Semro American Legion Post's tradition of getting children and families involved in the cemetery flag and cross effort will continue. It has been going on for more than 25 years. More than 400 veterans are buried at the cemetery. I'm Jeff Chu for iFiber One News.
Fans voted Ephrata native Kelly Wentworth back on the cast of CBS TV show Survivor as a castaway for the show's 31st season. Survivor, Second Chance, is being filmed in Cambodia. The 29-year-old Wentworth is an alumnus of last season's Survivor San Juan de Sur, Blood versus Water. She co-starred on the show with her father, Dale Wentworth, a retired Ephrata farmer. Kelly and 19 others received more than 10 million votes to qualify for Cambodia and getting another chance at winning $1 million as the last player. Kelly and her fellow Survivor castaways departed for the Cambodia last week, and she was unavailable for comment. Dale Wentworth said he was proud his daughter had a big enough fan base to return to the show. Survivor Second Chances is hosted by Jeff Probst and airs on CBS in the fall. Drivers on State Route 281 need to slow down as they approach Quincy. The Washington State Department of Transportation installed new 50-mile-an-hour speed limit signs about a quarter of a mile south of the city. The change creates a buffer zone to require drivers to slow down as they approach the city. Assistant Region Traffic Engineer Dave Kinninger said the decision to add the buffer zone was made as the state planned to add a turning lane near the intersection of Road 9 Northwest. The state is spending more than $200,000 to widen the highway, add a turning lane, and install streetlights. State officials decided to make the change because of at least one previous collision in the area resulted in serious injury or death. And now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
Short break, we'll be right back.
At Moses Lake Community Health Center, we have had the privilege to serve the local communities since 1978.
What I like about working at this clinic more than any other clinic that I've worked at is the patient care. With the patient care team that we've assembled, it allows us to take care of as many facets of the patient and their family's needs.
Please take the opportunity to experience the high-quality care provided at our clinics.
Just when I thought the blizzard couldn't get any better, DQ put the blizzard inside a waffle cone. This is mind-blowing. So when DQ asked me how I would tell the world, I said... Sounds better in Italian.
Pretty impressive, Liz. Any blizzard, like confetti cake, now in a fresh baked waffle cone. This is fan food, not fast food.
Good to be with you, everybody. I'm Ceci Gutierrez with your local weather report from the One News Weather Center. And it is brought to you by your Bud Clary Toyota dealer, Toyota. Let's go places. We begin with a quick look at your headlines across the area. Summer-like temperatures on the way. In the meantime, chance of showers does continue overnight tonight. Drier and warmer air mass filtering into place by this Wednesday, and these above average temperatures promising to remain throughout much of the extended forecast. Here's a quick look at the temperatures during the past 24 hours across Ephrata. The high registered pretty seasonable in the mid-70s, so it is where we should be for this time of the year. Records set in the mid-1950s in the upper 90s. Totally different story for today. The low registering in the mid-50s and the sunset 8:41 this evening. Here's a quick look for Moses Lake. A similar scenario. Mid-70s was the high and mid-50s the low, approximately already 10 degrees above where we should be when as far as the low is concerned. Here's a quick peek at the conditions right outside your door. Some cloud cover, temperatures in the mid-70s with the wind out of the north-northwest at around 7 miles per hour. Now, here's the situation. We have an area of low pressure along inland northwest, keeping that threat for showers, and even a rumble of thunder or two cannot be ruled out. In case these thunderstorms do develop, they could potentially bring or trigger some locally heavy downpours and also some small hail accompanying these thunderstorms cannot be ruled out. We'll continue to see all of this precipitation during the overnight hours dying down a bit as we head into Wednesday morning, ramping up again, as you can tell, along the Idaho Panhandle and northwestern portions of Montana in a scattered form, and a drier and warmer air mass deepening or in bringing some dry conditions and also some well above average temperatures as we head into the next few days. Here's a quick look as we take a closer look across the entire region. The potential for shower and thunderstorm confined to inland northwest. Monterey expecting temperatures in the upper 70s. Now here's a closer look along the basin. These readings in the mid to lower 80s already for this Wednesday afternoon, but taking a quick look at your extended forecast, notice these readings in the mid to lower 90s Friday as we head into the weekend. Good to be with you, everybody. Segment brought to you by your Bud Clary Toyota dealer, Toyota. Let's go places. We'll be right back with sports.
Hi.
Hi, I see here on my glasses that it's your sales event.
Yeah, we have low APR financing and some great lease offers. Check out the bold new Camry.
Wow, that's really nice. I gotta get a closer look. Wow, there's so much stuff.
Careful.
If I could just see where I was going.
Right now, you can lease a new 2015 Camry for $199 a month with $750 lease bonus cash. Plus, every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan.
Now this is cool.
That's easy to see.
Toyota, let's go places.
Elia Enrique fanned 11 Coyotes, and Warden came back to beat Kittitas 4-2 to claim the 2B District 6 championship. Kittitas held a 2-0 lead through 5 innings. Both pitchers were spot on, having given up just 1 hit between them. The Cougars' bats heated up to string together 3 hits to drive in 3 runs to go up top in the 6th. Warden added an insurance run in the 7th and then held on for the win. The Cougars match up with Morton White Pass in first-round state action Friday at the Gateway Sports Complex in Yakima. Warden baseball dropped a 3-0 opening state round game to the Sal's and was eliminated from postseason play. The Cougars had an excellent season despite the early exit. Warden finished at 9-1 and tied for first with Riverside Christian in 2B Central Washington League play. Moses Lake gave Walla Walla fits, but in the end dropped a 4-2 contest and was eliminated from state play. The Chiefs took an early 1-0 lead on an RBI single by Caleb Juarez in the top of the 2nd. The Blue Devils knotted it in the bottom of the frame. Walla Walla added 1 in the home half of the 5th to take its first lead of the ball game. Moses Lake got a run in the top of the 6th to make it 2-all. Colby Wato's RBI double in the bottom of the inning proved to be the difference maker. The Chiefs had a shot to tie it with 2 on and 2 out in the 7th, but a spectacular diving catch by Walla Walla's left fielder on Tyson Karstetter's sinking line drive ended Moses Lake's season. Well, it was an exciting afternoon at Larson Field Saturday as Moses Lake wrapped up their 3rd consecutive district title on the diamond.
Marnie Skinner tossed a 2-hitter and struck out 12, and Moses Lake shut out Eisenhower 9-0. The Cadets barely made it into the tourney, but Ike got on a roll, beating Wenatchee and West Valley for the first time this season to match up with the Chiefs in the championship game. Moses Lake's Arsenal got it going on early with 3 runs in the bottom of the 1st. Davis threatened in the 2nd, but stranded a runner in scoring position. The Chiefs blew the game open in the home half of the frame on a 2-run double by Vanessa Rodriguez and a bases-loaded walk. V-Rod was 3 for 5 on the day with 4 RBI and 2 runs scored. Moses Lake added 2 more for good measure and moves on to the 4A state tournament as the District 6 #1 seed. The Chiefs will take on Tahoma in a first-round matchup Friday at the Merkel Sports Complex in Spokane. The first pitch is scheduled for 10 a.m.
We'll be back after this commercial break.
Hello, my name is Cheryl Kono. I am your local Ephrata Farmers Insurance Agent. Here at Cheryl Kono Insurance Agency, our customers always come first. We don't just work here, we live here. Please stop by the office, call, email, or Facebook me for a free auto, home, life, business, or farm and ranch quote today. We are insurance. We are farmers. Come in for a free quote today.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Well, one thing I knew from being a patient myself was that a dental office is a scary place to come to. And so we wanted everything possible to make sure that our office is a comfortable place for our patients to visit. The patients that I have, my clients, have made me a part of this community, and we want to give back in every way possible.
Our spotlight story tonight is about the annual Moses Lake Spring Festival, where thousands of people gathered to enjoy the festivities. Reporter Jeff Chu was there and has the story.
Moses Lake celebrated spring in a big way with a grand parade, entertainment, a carnival, an antique car and hot rod show, and youth basketball. The annual Spring Festival drew thousands, many who paid respects to those who made the ultimate sacrifice at wartime. The Saturday parade downtown focused on the meaning of Memorial Day weekend, with volunteers carrying banners to honor fallen heroes. They were escorted by the Combat Vet Riders and the Washington State Fallen Heroes banner float. One of the many honored was U.S. Army Lieutenant Jamie Campbell of Ephrata, who was killed in a January 2006 helicopter crash at Tel Afar, Iraq, along with 11 other soldiers. Kim Cole, who started the project in 2007 after the loss of her son in the Iraq War, shared how the Washington State Fallen Heroes banner project began.
It was selfish to begin with, and then I met another Gold Star mother from Spokane, Roseanne Love, who had lost her son in '04, and she came to my house and we met, and then I told her about Time of Remembrance, and I said, I'm going to have a banner made to take to Time of Remembrance. So she and I went and found somebody to make them, and we took them to Time of Remembrance, and all the families that were there were like, well, I want one, and so I went home and I told my husband, I said, I will have one made for every family.
The day-long celebration Saturday featured chalk art on 3rd Avenue, where children and parents expressed their inner artist. Just down the street, 3 blocks were closed for a big 3-on-3 street basketball tournament. Sean Salas supervised the street round ball competition, which has been going on at Springfest for 35 years. He said the tournament was bigger than ever.
So this year we had a 25-team increase from last year. We were a little bit nervous week before the due date because we had 40 teams and we jumped 40 teams in a week. So we have 85 teams today, and it's brought its growing pains, as I can say. And but we've seen a lot of parents down here and kids having fun.
Antique autos, street rods, and lowriders lined 3rd Avenue. Bob Duffin, president of the Moses Lake Car Club, the event's host, said some 200 classics line the street near Frontier Middle School.
We're pushing 200 right now, and that would be a real good day after considering what happened last night with all the weather and the thunderstorms and everything. And luckily we got the poker run in last night. It broke just enough we could hand out all the money and the awards and last night, and then the rains came back and we got out of there. So. But today is a beautiful day. We're enjoying it. Lots of beautiful cars.
The club's host car is owned by Damon McCullough, who used parts from his father's former vehicle and some help from friends to build the hot rod.
I consider it a hot rod. A lot of people call it a rat rod. I think rat rod's a little bit different breed of a cat. The rat rods show a lot of innovation, but they're usually typically a little bit rougher, where that one actually has a finished body and it has flat black paint, which is why people mostly call it a rat rod. But I call it a hot rod because I was trying to build a traditional 50s style car.
Near McCosh Park, kids were swinging and swirling on the spinning and rolling carnival rides. The kids enjoyed sunny Springfest weather Saturday that brought temperatures in the 80s. I'm Jeff Chu for iFiber One News.
We'll be right back after this.
Have you been to iFiber1.com? The most up-to-date news in the Columbia Basin is just one click away. With news, sports, and weather, you can stay in the know with what's going on in your community. Read your news on the go by visiting iFiber1.com on your tablet or even your phone. Follow us on Facebook for quick updates and discuss the news with others in our area. Your #1 news source in the Columbia Basin is iFiber1.com. Check it out today. What's white and yellow and red all over? If you said the local book telephone directory, the one with the purple sunset on the cover, then you're right. In print and online at statewideyp.com, it features up-to-date local maps, community information, and a calendar of events. With a restaurant dining guide with full local menus and a reverse directory, you're sure to find the number you're looking for. It's the best way to get the information you need. Pick up a copy of the local book today or visit statewideyp.com.
Welcome back. Soap Lake's Director of Public Safety, Glenn Quantz, receives a 17% raise on June 1st. Soap Lake City Council recently granted Quantz the pay increase from $60,000 to $70,000 annual salary. Quantz was promoted last year from police chief to his new position and did not receive a pay increase. Quantz began overseeing the city's fire department when Mayor Raymond Gravel fired the fire chief last year. The council approved a relief officer position to allow Quantz and other officers to take vacations. The relief position would pay about $24 an hour. The council provided an additional $13,000 for a relief officer to cover police vacation days, holidays, and personal leave days. Quantz has not taken a vacation since he was hired in June of 2012 and lost nearly $7,000 in wages, vacation time, and sick leave since he started working for Soap Lake. It was supposed to be a fun night at the movies for the Garcia family. They returned home on May 16th to find their mobile home on Turnkey Road gutted by fire. An iron was left on as it sat on an ironing board and started the fire, according to authorities. The family of 5, including 3 girls, ages 12, 15, and 17, is now staying with family and friends. Desiree Rios, a family friend, said the family lost everything. About 90% of the home was burned. Personal belongings and basic necessities were destroyed. To add to the loss, Rios said Garcia's insurance is only covering $250 for the demolition and disposal of the home. Rios started a GoFundMe account for the family. Anyone wishing to donate to the family can go to www.gofundme.com. 2 people were injured in a hit-and-run collision early Sunday morning on State Route 17 in Moses Lake. Kalia Parks, a 23-year-old Moses Lake woman, was driving a 2003 Honda Accord on Patton Road when she reportedly attempted to make a left turn onto SR 17. Her car was struck by a 2002 Chevrolet Impala after the driver reportedly failed to stop at a red light, according to the Washington State Patrol. Parks and her passenger, Brenda Martinez Bonilla, a 24-year-old Ephrata woman, were both injured and taken to Samaritan Hospital in Moses Lake. The driver of the Impala fled on foot and was not located. Both cars were impounded and the State Patrol is investigating. In Northwest news, an Oregon man lost his leg in a bicycling accident. But in the aftermath, he finds he has gained the love and support of his community in Portland. They've come together to raise thousands of dollars to cover medical costs. Reporter Carrie Tomlinson has the story.
Thanks for coming. It's good to see you, John.
Each day brings Alistair Corquette closer
No doubt.
to getting back on his bike.
I feel like a piece of me is missing when I can't ride my bike, so as soon as I can, it's gonna feel right.
He's not alone in his quest.
We fully expect you to take a gold medal in the Paralympics.
Lots of people are telling me, you know. I'm gonna have to try, yeah.
Keep those tickets out.
His friends, the entire bike community, want him to ride again.
Thanks, man. Oh, man.
Inside the fundraiser, his mom talks about his strength, his positive attitude,
I haven't complained yet, so.
his jokes about his new life with a prosthetic leg.
He and his friends were planning a peg leg for Halloween. Then, of course, there's the movie leg that they can store alcohol in so they can get into the movies without being checked.
Oh my God, Keith.
It's good to see you, man.
Wow.
But there is the problem of how to pay for it.
Oh, that's beautiful, huh?
His community is raising more than $90,000 for his leg. Plus, they have a gift.
It's got a console on it so you
Good.
can train with wattage and measurement.
Oh, wow.
So power train.
Wattage, Jesus.
A training bike donated by Schwinn to get him moving again.
It's unbelievable. You know, I don't even know what to say, but thank you so much for coming out. It means a lot to me.
In a bike race, Alistair says, the person who can endure the most pain wins.
I've been amazed at his strength.
Hey, Joshua.
This accident, losing a leg, has brought him more pain than ever before.
Yeah, it hurts.
And thus, he believes, more strength.
Riding a bike, the pain that you feel is nothing in comparison. So I feel like when I get back on a bike, I might be able to use this experience to actually help me. I see only positive things coming from this. So yeah, it's hard not to be positive.
And that's going to do it for us here at I-501 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.